Bam was so comfortable in there, it didn't look like it was effortless.
And then it's like the knockout. It's good to win on points every round, but like the knockout was special. Slipped about 5 or 6 shots, just slip counter with a left hand. Wonderful fight. 25 years old, Raheem. 25, like now, going further up the pound per pound list every fight.
Some fighters are just different. You put your eyes on them, they look different from the other guys. There's a handful of guys like that in boxing toward the top of the pound for pound rankings, and Bam Rodriguez is one of them.
Jesse Bam Rodriguez looks unstoppable, dismantling world champions with scary precision. Fans are already calling for a dream super fight with Naoya Inoue. It feels like destiny. But just as the hype hits full speed, one boxing legend is slamming the brakes.
Couple quick other fights there, and I know they deserve some time, but I don't want to keep you all day. Bam Rodriguez, I mean, just kind of makes it look easy out there against guys that are world champions, elite fighters. I mean, I think now he's top 5 pound for pound. I think he's maybe 25 years old. I mean, I guess my question to you, Tim, can he beat the monster? Can he slay the monster?
Come on, man. Come on. Look, man. There's weight classes for a reason, right? Ain't that what we say all the time? I know Bam is special. Look, man, you gotta go up to 118, 122, you know what I mean? Like those a couple of weight classes up, Bam. I think Bam is very skillful. I love Bam. I love his style. I think he's a tremendous fighter, man. One of the best we've ever seen. But the monster, I think right now, man, is too mature right now.
Tim Bradley has issued a serious warning to Bam Rodriguez. He's not questioning Bam's talent, but he believes facing Naoya Inoue right now could be career-ending. And that warning hits harder because of how dominant Bam just looked. Bradley even said most fighters use simple math in the ring, but Bam is doing trigonometry and calculus. That's Hall of Fame level respect.
Bam, remember Bam's still young too. Bam can be greater than what he is now. You know what I mean? He's one of the greats, man. For pound, young as he is.
What did you see in that fight?
I see Bam taking his time. Well, you see how relaxed he was. Took his time, relaxed. Box when he wanted to box, use his jab, then fight him inside. And he's so comfortable, man. You know what I mean? A great fighter, man. He's a great fighter.
Excellent footwork.
Good.
Right? Like you always preach angles and shifting. Yep. Is he one of the best examples of that in boxing?
Oh yeah, he does it. He does. I mean, he's real good, man. He's real good. There ain't nothing you really say nothing about him. And he comes to fight. Yeah. He comes to fight. He'll box you, he'll fight you. You know what I mean? He got it all, man.
Now, you always critical of dudes that talk too much. At the press conference, the face-off, the guy was doing a lot of rapping. You see talking about what he was going to. Yeah, Bam was real calm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are those the guys that you got to worry about?
Them the guys you worry about, the ones that don't run their mouth and don't say how they say nothing. And Bam is one of them. You know what I mean? You got Boots. You know what I mean? And really, if you look at it, you got Virgil. Virgil don't really run his mouth unless somebody say something. You know what I mean? These guys, them the guys you look out for when it come down to fight. You know what I mean? They sneak right up on you before you know it.
Bam Rodriguez creates angles, finds openings before mistakes even show, and dismantles elite opponents with ease. That's why many believe he's the man to solve the Inoue puzzle. But Tim Bradley says skill alone won't save you when the other guy hits like a freight train. His concern isn't about talent. It's about biology. Inoue, he says, is fully mature, fully formed, and at his physical peak at super bantamweight.
And he fought a brilliant fight, man. And let me just say this, everything that this man has been through, the ridicule, dealing with guys like myself, dealing with the media, dealing with fans, non-fans, just the doubters in general, and for him to be able to bounce back from that, man, that alone right there is Hall of Fame material in my eyes. You know what I mean? Because I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? But what doesn't kill you, it make you stronger. And that's what people need to understand. You can ask Shakur Stevenson about that. You can ask, Teofimo Lopez about that, and all these other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that you know, because I'm hard on these guys, or because, you know, I look at these guys from a different set of lens, that I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrong. No, it's my opinion. It's what I think, you know, but when they prove me wrong, you know what I mean? Like, that's joy to me. You know what I'm saying? You proved me wrong. You showed that, you know what I'm saying, that you not, nothing wrong with you. You all good.
Bradley believes the power gap is simply too big right now. Inoue has grown man strength, the kind that doesn't just score points, it breaks fighters. Bam would be moving up in weight, and Bradley fears his speed won't be enough to keep a bigger, more explosive Inoue off him. Bradley's long-held belief is that Inoue will only struggle against someone who matches his athleticism and is naturally bigger and stronger. And that's the problem for Bam. He's the opposite of that fighter.
Here's the one thing that what will be a factor in that fight, in my opinion, and why I feel Inoue, Bam Rodriguez will be able to break Inoue down. Now, it's going to be dangerous. It's not going to be easy. Again, I love Inoue and the way he fights, but styles make fights. I know you guys have heard that a million times, and I just think Bam has the style, and this is how I feel that the fight will play out. I feel Bam will start landing that right jab on Inoue's left eye for the first 4 or 5 rounds. The eye is going to be swollen. He's so powerful with that jab. And when he comes in, he uses his footwork. Bam doesn't just come in. Inoue is used to fighting guys that usually on the back foot. And going back to Lewis Nery fight, he was not throwing any jabs in that fight at all. Nothing to set up those shots. It's just that Inoue likes to exchange, and Nery was able to land some big shots. Jesse uses his mind to get to positioning and distance. His distancing is great. And I think what would happen is Inoue would get frustrated with that power jab. And what's gonna happen is Inoue is going to start trading shots with Bam Rodriguez when they get close together. And Bam is so great in the inside pocket at landing that right uppercut and left hooks to the body. Now, Inoue is dangerous in those spots, but moving on the back foot, he is not as great as he is moving forward.
Bam would be the smaller man, jumping up 2 weight classes to chase greatness, and that plays straight into Inoue's hands. Bradley warns that Inoue will eventually hit a physical wall as he moves up, but Bam isn't that wall. Bam thrives on speed and angles, but against Inoue's timing and nuclear power, being smaller becomes a dangerous liability. Bradley's message is clear. Bam needs to grow into his body before he even thinks about signing that contract.
How do you think Bam versus Nakatani would go? Shit, that may be a rough one for Bam. Junto is really a big dude. I'm sorry, he's a super bantamweight right now. I can give a damn where he's fighting. And he's way too tall and too damn smooth. Bam is a better fighter, but that is a tough hit. I think Inoue knocks out Nakatani. I do. Because Nakatani get there lowest. And Inoue, but that's going to be rough for Bam. I would love that fight though, because Bam is probably, he's one of the most complete fighters in the world. When you say complete fighters, he's one.
Bradley says Bam shouldn't rush Inoue yet. He should first fight at 118 or 122 against names like Junto Nakatani to feel real power. Jumping straight to Inoue could end in one punch. Build the body first, then chase the monster.
Look, Bam, this is what I want to see Bam do, man. I want to see Bam go up to 118. I want to see him test the waters at 122. But, get in there with a guy like Nakatani, man. Get in there with another guy like yourself. And improve it, right? That's just what it is, improve it. Bam picking up another strap, that's great. This guy that he faced, it was nothing for him. I said he was gonna stop him. I said he's gonna stop him with a body shot that shouldn't go past 7 rounds. This guy, that he faced, Martinez, give him respect, but he's not on Bam's level. Skill-wise, not on Bam's level. He just hit hard. He's a tough guy. Yeah. And that was it. And Bam made it look easy, of course. You're gonna make it look easy because this guy right here, he's over here and he doing, plus and minus in math. Bam over here in trigonometry, and, Bam is doing geometry and, algebra 2 and calculus, you know what I'm saying? He just on a different calculus. He's on a different level, right? You know what I'm saying? Skill wise. So yeah, it's going to look like that. The fight was boring. The fight was easy. It really didn't test anything other than, his conditioning, Bam's conditioning, because he threw he threw a lot of punches trying to get this guy up out of there, man. And the guy was tough as nails until he found that kill shot, man. And it was just a nice, easy slip, outside slip, and a nice counter right on the money.
While Bradley urges patience, Bam wants war. He's ready to fly to Japan and fight Inoue right now. No tune-ups, no warm-ups. He's chasing legacy immediately.
How you feeling about, unifying the division again? I really can't pronounce his name properly. It's a really difficult name, but how you feeling about unifying the division, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy to just be back in the mix. I was out since November, but finally the fight's finalized and now, so July 19th, I'm just ready to go out there and perform like always.
Is it at least a little bit difficult for you to kind of get up for this type of fight? I mean, I know it's the implication, but you've taken out like 3 legends. Padros, forgot the other guy. Desai had a hard time, man. And obviously the last guy you just took on the pound for pound guy, Estrada. So do you have like a difficult time coming up for a guy like this, knowing he just took out 3 legends, man?
No, not at all. I mean, I know what's at stake. He's a world champion himself, so for me to collect his belt and to unify the division, another division, it's motivating to me, and these are the kind of fights that actually get me up to train 100%, focus 100%, so I'll be more than ready.
Does it get annoying when people keep bringing up the name Inoue to you, man?
It does, but I mean, that's what they want to know. That's a fight people want to see, so I'm expecting those questions all the time.
Do you kind of look at Inoue like he's your Spence to your Crawford? He's like the Mayweather to your Pacquiao. You look at him like that?
I mean, nah, I don't, but I know a lot of people want to see that fight, like I said. So it's just a matter of time before it happens.
Do you think it's actually realistic though? You're still really young. He's turning, I think he's 31 or 32.
Yeah.
So he is getting a little bit older. He still looks really great. Do you think it's just the fact of just like the timing is a little bit off with you guys?
I mean, yeah. I guess so in a way. Like you said, he's kind of a little older. I'm still young, but I mean, the fight can happen any day, so.
There's a clash of wisdom and hunger. Tim Bradley warns from experience that taking the wrong fight too early can ruin careers, while Bam believes his skill can overcome any size gap. Bam's fearless, ready to storm Tokyo without hesitation, but history shows bravery alone gets fighters knocked out. Bradley compares him to LeBron out of high school. Even greatness needs time to grow into a man's body before dominating grown men.
In your opinion, Eddie, what is the best option for Bam right now?
Well, I think firstly it's important to say that I honestly think that Bam is probably at about 30 or 40% of his potential. Like, you have to understand, it's a very, very young man. You talk about Crawford tomorrow night, obviously 10 years older than Bam. Like, he's got such a long way to go in the sport. So the strategy and the plan and the path is really important at this stage. Juan Francisco Estrada has the rematch option. I think he feels like that time out of the ring, was a little bit of a handicap to him. We don't. We just think that Jesse was sensational. But it was a huge event, did huge numbers, and we'd be ready and willing to run it back. For me, I always believed that a fighter should chase the belts, should chase undisputed, and I think the Puma Martinez fight is a fight that really appeals to Jesse as well, because I think he wants to capture the belts. When he moved from light fly to super fly in 1 week's notice, he says, I want to go back down to light flyweight, and then vacated the super fly to go to flyweight, then realised couldn't really make flyweight anymore. Now he's back at Superfly. So for me, the plan has to be win belts at Superfly, and then eventually probably move to Bantam, and then keep going up the weight classes. I think you're looking at least a 3-4 division world champion, and who knows? This is the first time I've seen him out of camp where he doesn't look as heavy.
Bam is a prodigy, performing at an elite level, but still growing physically. Bradley views his current run as a graduation, yet warns that jumping straight to Inoue is like skipping college and facing a prime NBA dynasty. Talent is there, but his body may not be ready for the clash ahead.
I know one name that's been mentioned a lot is Naoya Inoue. I think you said you were 2-3 years off. Gut feeling, right? Will you two ever meet, do you think? I know 3 years, we're not sure where he might be at. I'm sure we know where you'll be at in 3 years, but gut feeling, yes or no, do you two ever meet in the boxing ring?
I believe so. I've always believed so, that we will meet eventually down the line, but it's just a matter of time. Hopefully, when the time comes, he's still around.
Bradley's take is sobering. If the fight happens now, Naoya Inoue is the clear favorite. Bam's movement is beautiful, but Inoue's power and accuracy would eventually catch him. Being the smaller man, Bam couldn't absorb the punishment. Bradley isn't criticizing him, he's trying to protect Bam, ensuring he dominates the lower weights before risking a super fight he's not physically ready for.
That is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what you want, I know he way over there in Japan or whatever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound number one. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.
We only seen him against Fulton.
You feel me? So
that's all.
You feel me? The one that we did have, look what he did to him. So he really number one pound, but because you don't have the opposition to prove it, I gotta leave Bud there.
Right.
And the reason I leave Bud there because Bud was there for so long with the same problem Inoue had. He had no opponent to be able to prove it. You feel me? Nobody he could have fought to get in the ring and got in front of besides a Pacquiao who wouldn't fight him at the time that he could have used to prove it with. So he was number one, but he couldn't get a person to get in the ring with him until Earl did. You understand me? So anyway, I think he's number one, but he's going to be number two for now because he don't have that opponent. But that's a bad dude. He's definitely the face of boxing internationally for sure.
Yeah. Internationally.
You know, and in this country, you got Canelo, you got Bud, because Bud takes on all of them. And he just won the big showdown fight at the welterweight division, which is what Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard left off at. So that's never what we forgot. So anybody who wins a showdown in the welterweight division, you definitely want close to the top of the pound for pound with this. Yeah. And he just did that. So he's number one pound for pound.
The big question, is Tim Bradley overcautious, or is he the only one seeing the danger? Bam Rodriguez has stunned skeptics with his skill and ring IQ, but Naoya Inoue is a generational force.
Is there one fight that he wishes to have before he retires? Is there like a dream fight for him at all?
No, no one in particular.
Curious, Bam Rodriguez, is that a fighter that you watch, that you like, and that you see his skills and you give him respect?
Rodriguez. 試合を見ますかリスペクト。将来的に。
バムラドリゲス。
まあ見たことはありますけどね。
I've seen him fight before.
将来的に帰ってきて。
まあ今は現実的ではないから。
I don't think it's realistic at this point.
If Bam follows Bradley's advice, this fight might be 2 years away. If not, we could see fireworks, or a devastating knockout, sooner. Is Bam ready for the monster, or is he biting off more than he can handle? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Stay tuned for the next video.